Right now, under 110,000 tons of garbage in Newport, Wales. There is a hard drive worth over $1 billion. It gets more valuable every hour. The man who owns it knows exactly where it is, and he is not allowed to touch it. Back in 2013, James Howells made a mistake that would end up costing him over $1 billion. It did not happen in a boardroom. It did not happen on a trading screen. It did not involve a single financial decision. It happened in his living room while cleaning his house. In less than 30 seconds, one trash bag, one wrong hard drive, and a fortune that has been growing every single day since, buried somewhere he can see on a map but cannot touch with his hands. The thing he lost is still there, right now, under the ground, getting more valuable with every passing hour. He has the coordinates, he has the plans, he has funding and experts and 12 years of his life poured into one single mission, and he still cannot get it back. Most stories about losing everything end one of two ways. You rebuild or you give up. Howells has done neither. He is stuck in something worse. A third place that most people never even know exists. A place where the thing you lost keeps getting more valuable every day. Where you can watch your fortune grow in real time on a screen, and where every attempt to recover it gets blocked by forces you cannot fight, cannot buy, and cannot outlast. By the end of this story, you will know what he lost, how much it is worth today, and every attempt he has made to get it back. But more importantly, you will understand something about loss itself, something that most comeback stories never tell you. Stay until the end, because the lesson buried in this landfill is worth more than the Bitcoin. It was August 2013. Howells was sorting through old electronics in his house, making two piles, keep and throw away. Nothing dramatic, just a normal cleanup on a normal afternoon. He had two hard drives sitting in front of him. One was blank. One had something stored on it from years earlier. Both looked identical. Same size, same color. Same weight in his hand. He picked up the wrong one, dropped it in a trash bag, handed the bag to someone heading to the local dump. The door closed. The house was cleaner, and nothing felt different yet. Think about every time you have thrown something away without checking it first. Old papers, old boxes, old electronics sitting in a drawer for years. Most of the time, nothing important is in there. This time it was worth more than anything he had ever owned. More than his house. More than everything he would earn in his entire lifetime. He did not realize it for weeks. Life went on, until prices in a specific market started climbing, until the news started talking about a technology most people still did not understand. He checked his desk, checked his storage, checked the spot where both drives had been sitting, and felt something drop inside his chest that has not fully landed in 12 years. The drive was gone, but not destroyed. In 2009, 4 years before the cleanup, Howells was one of the earliest people on Earth to mine Bitcoin. Back then, Bitcoin was worth almost nothing, a few pennies. Nobody cared about it. Most people had never heard the word. He mined 8,000 Bitcoin on his laptop, stored the private key, the only thing that could ever unlock those coins, on a hard drive, put it in a drawer, and forgot about it. Because 8,000 of something worth zero still equals zero. So forgetting felt like forgetting about nothing. By August 2013, the month of the cleanup, Bitcoin had climbed to about $100 per coin. That made his drive worth nearly $800,000. He did not know this when he dropped it in the trash bag. By the time he understood what happened, Bitcoin was racing toward $1,000 per coin. His drive was now worth nearly $8 million. And today, right now, as you are watching this, 8,000 Bitcoin is worth between $800 million and $1.4 billion, depending on the day, depending on the hour. That is what is buried under 110,000 tons of garbage in the Docksway landfill in Newport, Wales. Here is what makes this loss different from almost any other loss in human history. The Bitcoin are visible, right now, on the public blockchain. Anyone can look up the wallet address and see 8,000 Bitcoin sitting there, unclaimed, unmoved, growing, every single day. The only person who can access them cannot reach the key that unlocks them, because that key is under a mountain of trash. Every single day for 12 years, the value of what he lost has increased by approximately $180,000. Every day, while it sits in a landfill, while he watches from outside a locked door he cannot open. Most people who lose fortunes never have to see them again. The money disappears. The opportunity vanishes. The loss becomes invisible over time. Howells has to watch his fortune grow, in public, on a blockchain that anyone can view, while the world watches too. That is a specific kind of torture that technology invented, and James Howells lives every single day. When he first understood what he had thrown away, his response was simple. He went to Newport City Council, the local government that controls the landfill, and asked for permission to search. He would cover all costs, share a percentage with the city. It would cost them nothing. They said no. He asked again. No again. Over 10 times between 2013 and 2018, they refused. Environmental regulations, methane gas, toxic waste, asbestos. The concerns were real. Landfills are genuinely dangerous, but the fortune under the ground was also real, and it kept getting bigger while the refusals kept coming. He assumed money would solve the problem. If he showed the value of what was buried, the council would cooperate. He was wrong. The council's position was regulatory, legal, and political. 3 things that money cannot simply fix. Being right about your loss does not mean you win. You can be completely correct about what you lost and where it is, and still hear no from people who have the power to say it. So he stopped asking nicely and started building something much bigger. Between 2019 and 2023, Howells assembled a team of specialists, data recovery experts, excavation engineers, environmental consultants, the best people money could buy for a job that had never been done before. He built a recovery plan priced between $5 million and $11 million. He secured backing from a hedge fund willing to cover all costs in exchange for 50% of recovered Bitcoin. Even after splitting, he would walk away with over $400 million. AI-powered drones and robots to scan waste, magnetic conveyors and metal detectors to find hard drive parts, full environmental protocols for every concern the council had ever raised. He brought it all back to Newport City Council. They said no, again, because it would set a dangerous precedent for future landfill requests. A dangerous precedent. That was the reason for blocking recovery of up to $1.4 billion. In December 2024, Howells used his last weapon. He sued the council. The lawsuit claimed $625 million. His lawyers argued that accidentally throwing something away is not the same as abandoning it. If you lose your wallet on a bus, the bus company does not become the owner. You still have a claim. Same logic applied to his hard drive. In January 2025, the British High Court ruled against him. The case was not even allowed to go to trial. Then the council said he owed them $147,000 in legal fees and would not discuss anything until the debt was paid. Personal requests, refused. Technical proposals, refused. Hedge fund backing, refused. Legal action, blocked. Every door closed. And behind those doors, 8,000 Bitcoin kept growing quietly without stopping. But here is the calculation that haunts this entire story. $2 billion. In 2013, Bitcoin averaged $192 per coin. If Howells had accepted the loss and invested $5.1 million into new Bitcoin, roughly the cost of his recovery efforts, he would have bought approximately 26,500 coins. 26,500 Bitcoin today would be worth over $2 billion. More than the buried fortune he spent 12 years chasing. Every dollar spent on lawyers, engineers, and court fees. If redirected into new Bitcoin, he would be richer today than the recovery would have ever made him. He knows this. He has admitted it publicly. But new Bitcoin are not his Bitcoin. Not emotionally, not psychologically, not in the way that loss works inside a human mind. The opportunity cost is mathematically perfect and emotionally meaningless to the man living inside this story. Because grief does not follow logic, and some losses cannot be replaced by equivalent gains. In February 2025, Howells posted 3 words online: funding secured. He was considering buying the landfill outright. If the council would not let him dig, he would buy the land. But the council was planning to permanently close the landfill and reminded him they would not talk until his debt was paid. In May 2025, he proposed tokenizing 1,675 of his lost Bitcoin. selling digital tokens to investors, raising $75 million, buying the landfill, funding the dig, selling pieces of a treasure he could not even touch. In August 2025, he said he was giving up, launching his own cryptocurrency called Saniog Coin instead. A man who lost his fortune to one cryptocurrency trying to recover it by creating another. Weeks later, he took it back, said he had not truly given up, zigzagging, refusing to stop, refusing to accept the story was over. A documentary called The Buried Bitcoin is now in production, telling his story to millions. And here is the lesson his failure has already delivered to the world. The fortune he lost may never be recovered, but the fortune he saved for strangers is already real. He has not recovered his fortune, has not won a single battle, owes the council money. His drive is still buried, but he is still here, still fighting. 12 years later, after every door has been slammed shut. We tell comeback stories as if strength means winning, but sometimes the most real strength is the refusal to accept a verdict that feels wrong. Even when every institution says it is final, Howells has not won, but he has not broken either. 8,000 Bitcoin, still on the blockchain, still visible, still growing, still buried under 110,000 tons of garbage in Newport, Wales. And somewhere right now, James Howells is still planning, still believing, still refusing to let the world tell him his story is over. Whether that makes him stronger or simply human might be the same thing. Back up your private keys today. Before the cleaning, before the move, before the wrong drive goes in the wrong bag. Howells paid $800 million for a lesson you can apply for free. Should he keep fighting or accept the loss and rebuild? Drop your answer in the comments, because somewhere in your answer is your own relationship with losses you have not fully accepted yet. And that might be worth more of your attention than you think.